To be honest, I'm not much of a soccer fan. Still, I got convinced by a friend, who is a sports journalist, to come along to Thessaloniki, Greece. He wanted to see how his soccer club tries to manage to overcome their own problems in the middle of a country in crisis. He showed me footage of the fanatic fanbase following their club everywhere. All we had to do was to get on the first bus towards the Aris Stadium to meet the first fan. The bus driver, with his genuine Aris ring. He was convinced that Aris would win the upcoming match, which is one out of 2 decisive matches that can degrade the club to the amateur divisions.
Aris is the first club of the city. It was founded 99 years ago. Next year will be 100 years. Yeah. It was just after the liberation of the city from the Turks in 1912. It was the first champion in Greece in 1928. We have 3 championships of football. Yeah. And 1 cup, but it was a very long time ago, 1970. Yeah. Though 5 years before was all the time in European organizations. We played for the 32 for Champions Cup. Now it's fighting not to go to the 2nd division. And it's due to financial problems. It's a deficit situation, really. And that's why they called me back last week to try to give something with my experience in administrating. First, it's the financial problem. We must find the ways to pay the money we owe, because right now Aris is in a very difficult position.
Well, what's the debt? Can you tell that?
It's about 30 million euros.
Yes. There's a court case, I understood.
Yes, there was a court case that can give us the time to pay and arrange with a little cut of the money. And if we don't have this agreement, the club will not be able to play for the 1st division, and then we'll go to the amateur divisions.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's decisive time, actually.
Very decisive.
Hard working.
Very decisive, yes.
Identify which one.
In the days before the match against Asteris Tripolis, we walked around in the city. Sometimes you forget about the crisis when you are in the city center. There are always more ways to show things. I wouldn't want to give you a one-sided view. Wouldn't be honest just to show you the vibrant urban life of the city center. On the other hand, only showing the parts of this ancient city where the crisis shows its face wouldn't be fair either. It's in these parts where we meet Lefteris, member of the so-called Super 3 fanbase of Aris.
Can you show here from the nose on down?
Something like this?
Okay, this is...
if I just take the mark, is that okay?
Here is okay. Not eyes or... The west side of the town, in the east side of the town, in the center or in the suburbs, there are clubs of Super 3 everywhere. For us, but I think also for the enemies, I think Super 3 is the most organized club in Greece, because you can realize from one match you come to see in Harilau here, the atmosphere we can create. The club is dependent from the fans. So there are fans which who pays €100, or there are fans with €500 or €1,000.
Yeah.
That money goes to the team, so the team works out.
Yeah.
This is the deal here. The guys that ruled here Greece, in a very simple words, they were thieves. They were people who cared about only themselves and nothing else, and that's why Greece came up here. In Aris is the same situation. Money have been stolen from the club, and that's why club is in the situation which is now.
How do they feel right now, the fans?
I think they're panicked, like everyone else in the club.
Yeah.
It's really very, very hard for everyone.
Yeah. And for you personally, how is that?
If the club is bankrupt, the state will take my own property. My house, my office, my other properties.
But you must be a bit crazy to do that, with all due respect.
But that's Aris. You sacrifice for yourself for the club. I can't have anything else in my mind than winning. Nothing
No.
else.
It seems that there is no winning team in Greece. Hope and passion are the two only things that they do have. In the stadium we met a fired sports journalist who still wanted to see the game and used his press card to get a good spot anyway. Aris won the game with 5-1.
I was very nervous because if we lose, we were down. So we just have one goal to win, nothing else.
No. But what did you tell the players?
I told them that I'm here just to take the blame. So even if they lose, everybody will blame me because they used to do that before.
Yes.
They will do it once again. I don't care. I don't give a damn whatever they say. You play football and you let the responsibility to me. And that was good for everyone. There was a very good team playing good football. We scored 5 goals. We haven't scored 5 goals for 10 years. I think it was a very good night yesterday. I think that as we here in the club and in the country, this what all the situations that we live now is due to the problems of the way we think and act for many, many years. It's the same thing in Aris, but it's easier in the club than in the country.